CinePals. So many of you guys have been waiting for this reaction for a while. I've been waiting to do it for a while, ever since I was a kid. I haven't seen this movie yet, but I've known about it since I was young. Like, it came out in '95.
We got one on the board that he knows. Yeah.
I'm excited, and Michael's excited, and Michael shaved.
Yeah,
and he was sad that he shaved.
I am sad that I shaved.
Because, like, he saw all the comments that just showed up on a video we just put out of everyone happy with the goatee and the beard and everything. He's like, God dang it. Waiting to exhale. I am so excited, and I am waiting to exhale with relief that we get to shoot this. Okay, that was a terrible... Moving on. Oh, Whitney Houston, Angela Bassett, Loretta Devine.
Yeah, I know. A whole cast.
Gregory Hines? Oh my goodness. And Dennis Haysbert. I'm very excited about this. All right.
Where do you want to be next year? Think about it. Because we're getting close to that final hour.
It's Arizona.
It looks like it.
The deal is the men in Denver are dead. No wonder I'm changing towns again. It's gotta be better in Phoenix.
Yep, you were right, Arizona.
I grew up with Whitney Houston music because of my mom.
I gotta pick up the babysitter, pick up my gown, stop and get John's tux. Ooh, I'd clone myself. But I wouldn't have time for the surgery.
Does Angela Bassett just not age?
No, she's one of the many in Hollywood who have found the
Everlasting.
Yeah, the fountain of youth or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know why Tariq has to spend New Year's Eve with his homies. He sees him every day.
A long time ago, I asked God to send me a decent man. I got Robert, Cedric, and Kenneth.
Wow.
God's got some serious explaining to do.
What's wrong with them?
Got more detailed.
I was gonna say, all at once, or like, was this a string?
Oh, I would imagine it's a string.
Yeah.
Could he have a sense of purpose, a sense of integrity? Could he listen? The truth is, most men are deaf.
Damn, tell me how you really feel.
That can go both ways. It just depends what we're talking about. We're talking about cars and wrestling and, action movies. Y'all are gonna tune that out sometimes.
I do not feel like going to another one of
Bernadine.
these boring affairs.
Going out with the husband.
Would you be terribly disappointed if we didn't go to the party tonight?
Crushed.
I love that big smile.
What's on his mind?
I
Yeah.
guess there's no appropriate time to tell you this, but
He wants a divorce.
I'm going to the party, just not with you.
Oh.
She, yes,
Oh my God.
she doesn't want to be alone tonight, and I was thinking, why should she be?
Whoa.
Oh, so this is like an open secret, huh?
Well,
It's that bitch who keeps your books, isn't it?
she didn't know until now.
Oh, yeah.
And you picked tonight to flaunt you in front of all your business partners and your friends.
Oh my goodness gracious.
What the hell are they supposed to think, John?
The truth. Finally, the truth. I'm leaving you for her.
Goodness gracious.
Wow. Damn. And
Please don't drag her to the front door.
I mean, yeah, right by the hair. Jesus Christ.
I give you 11 fucking years of my life, and you're telling me that you're leaving me for a white woman?
Would it be better if she were black?
No, it'd be better if you were black.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Thank you, Bernadine, for making this easier for me.
He said there was no right time to do this, but there was definitely a better time, and this was not it.
I'll be back next week for my things.
Dang. What a way.
I don't
Wow.
believe I'm spending New Year's Eve by myself.
No.
This is definitely a first.
Well, I've done it.
Yeah.
I've just gone to sleep early.
So for all you fellas out there running the streets, looking for love in all the wrong places,
That poor flower.
love might be waiting right there at home.
Just needs E.T.'s touch.
I wish you were going out tonight.
He's so young here. He's like, Mom, I want you to leave so I can
You see how he
throw a
adjusts?
party at the house.
I love the quick adjustment. Like he's in a whiny, pouty mood.
Yeah.
And he's like,
You know your father's coming on Tuesday.
And? First of all, he's not my father, he's my daddy, and there's a big damn difference.
You tell him.
Look, I see the bastard once every 2 years, and I'm supposed to get excited? You get excited.
Wow. Way to set up a relationship in like one line.
Where'd he sleep the last time he was here?
on the couch. Or in the bed.
Mom, sorry.
Oh, is the implication that she's kind of weak whenever he's around?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's none of your business.
I'm sorry.
Give her a hug. I'm of the philosophy that we all just need hugs.
More hugs all around.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a hug.
This is K107 broadcasting live from the Hermosa. Check it out, K107.
Hello, hello. That dress.
I love the kind of like through line of the Quiet Storm radio station behind everything. It's been a fun little like background tie up.
Savannah?
Lionel? Hi. God, if this man isn't the one, at least let me dance till I sweat.
Certainly glad we finally met. We made it here safely in one piece.
So were y'all pen pals beforehand? Like,
How did they do it back then? I guess it was just on a phone call.
yeah, pretty much.
Because 1995, email was just starting to become a thing.
I can live my life with you.
So far as being a gentleman with, with the hands.
Seems like she's enjoying herself.
You feel so good.
I'm gonna
Not sure if that would have been my opening line, but it seems like it's working.
Yeah, it's working for her.
I did it. I closed my eyes and I exhaled.
I thought we were going to get a cool like backdrop of them in the stars for a second.
Me too. It really looked like that's what they were transitioning to.
And pretended this man was mine. That he was the one I'd been waiting for all my life.
Lionel?
Oh no.
Yikes.
Oh no.
Yikes.
You haven't danced with me all night.
What?
Savannah, this is my friend Denise.
Oh, God. Yeah, she's walking out. She's like, I'm gone.
Did I miss something? What happened? I'm confused. I don't understand what happened there.
He had another date to the dance, I guess.
John left Bernie.
What?
Uh-oh.
I saw her just the other night at the Circle K, and she was a mess. Honey, her hair wasn't rolling. She had a funky old bathrobe on.
That's how you know something's up.
This is Gloria. Honey, you call me at the shop, okay? We want to know what's going on over there. Now, don't...
Bernie, how dare that son of a bitch leave you with 2 kids?
I was trying to be subtle.
Hi, Bernie. It's Savannah. I'm here. Call me.
It's like the worst feeling because it just feels like it stays forever. And you end up feeling like an island.
Right.
And you're like, oh, I'm never going to find someone ever again. And it's like, even though it's an irrational thought, it's some kind of weird survival mechanism that kicks in.
John, let's go.
It's never a fun feeling seeing your parents in an emotional state.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, is she going to wreck some shit?
Oh, no. Let's go.
That white woman's probably the only one who will tolerate your smug ass.
What he did was just dumb, thinking that
That she
nothing's-
wasn't going to destroy
Yeah,
everything? Like, that's insane.
Come on, man.
And I got a master's degree in business, and there I was, his secretary, his office manager, and his computer.
Well, is she going to set the car on fire?
Where are we
No,
going?
Bernadine, you can't start the catering business this year. Why don't you wait a few years, huh?
Well, hopefully she didn't sign a prenup.
I was going to say, hopefully she can take him for everything he's worth.
Making my kids go to a school with only 2 other black children because you don't want them to be improperly influenced.
It's all coming out.
Tell him. Oh, my God.
Well, I want him to hear this.
Yeah, me too. I'd love this to be to his face, but she's just stuffing the car full.
There it is. There it is.
Oh, with the lighter fluid? Oh, no.
That's how we do.
Atta
You
girl.
set that shit on fire.
Atta girl.
Oh, my God.
Atta
With
girl.
a cigarette in her mouth, too. Oh, my goodness.
Hell yeah. Light it up.
I just want her to walk away in slow motion.
Put the cigarette out in.
I would have moved it further away from the house, too, though.
The same.
Because that shit might, like...
Explode.
Yeah.
Like, that's dangerous.
Dang, she cleared out.
Atta girl. Sitting there watching TV. Please tell me this is one of your friends to check in on you.
What's this?
Ma'am? Were you aware your car was on fire?
No, I had no idea.
Yes.
Did you start this fire, ma'am?
Say no. Say no. There's no
she's-
evidence.
She's going to say
It's
yes.
against the law to burn anything except trash in your own yard, ma'am.
It is trash.
It is trash. I was about to say
Yeah,
that.
there you go. Atta
It
girl.
is trash.
Michael is no Russell. I mean, he's not pretty, but he is available.
What?
No way.
Michael had to be about a 38D.
Isn't this our dude who's always playing a cop?
I don't know. I feel like he's, no, he can't be. He looks like a younger, like, dollar store version of, I can't remember his name, but the head of Millennium Records in Brown Sugar.
Yeah.
Is that him?
Yeah. He always plays a cop in movies.
Oh, you're right.
Except for Brown
You're
Sugar.
right.
I've never seen him play a role like this. This is hilarious. Oh, gosh. Okay, let's take it slow. How did you come here?
Not the slow, like.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's just a little bit heavier than you expect them to be.
Yeah, always. In the movies, people, like, just lift off the ground like they weigh nothing.
Well, that was fast. That was a trick.
That was really well done.
Here you go.
Important. Don't you dare.
As a man, I don't understand why you would even try to proceed without protection.
I agree. Because it doesn't feel the same. Whatever. You know what doesn't feel the same?
You have to be
Having
careful.
a child you didn't plan for.
I wasn't expecting that.
Does he think he just did something here?
Yeah, he does.
Shit. I could have had a V8.
I could have had a V8.
He's out.
And he...
Oh,
I don't know. Was it good for you, too?
About what?
Me.
Oh, boy.
I think you're... This?
Is she being honest for once?
From her face, it didn't even seem like she knew it was in.
Tell me what you want, what you need, because whatever it is, I'm going to see that you have it.
A better lover, perhaps?
What's your fantasy?
This is a sobering moment for him.
I mean, what do you want from a man?
You should have asked that beforehand.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's fine.
Everything.
Everything.
Could you be more specific?
I know, exactly, please.
I want to get married. And I want to have kids, too.
And?
The
He's sitting here, then he was like, why did you make me put the condom on?
I want to be happy.
I could give you that and a whole lot more.
Yeah, it feels like these are basics.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, the trick is finding a man that you want to do all that with.
Correct.
What do you want?
I just want her to be hot.
I want a trophy.
I think I found it.
I think I
You don't
found
even
it.
know me.
It's about knowing me. I could give you everything you want, everything you need, if you let me.
He seems so genuine.
Mm-hmm. But, like, this whole conversation happening after what just happened beforehand is so funny.
You can start by kissing me.
Oh, she's gonna walk him through.
Slowly and gently.
I think we all need this.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta have somebody
walk through it.
Teach you what needs to be done.
And he did it right. And I felt like silk.
But I think as guys, you also have to, like, be receptive to it. Mm-hmm. And sometimes that's really hard.
That's true.
Because, you know, your ego gets in the way.
You're like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Shut up.
And my body exploded from the inside out. Michael felt just like the real thing. And everything was perfect. For once.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah, what's some toys for the kids?
Aww.
So she's making progress. I'm surprised we didn't hear anything about the husband freaking out about his stuff being burned up.
I was going to say, how much time has passed?
Oh.
Here you go.
Just watching old home videos?
Yeah, I guess so.
Happy anniversary.
That's not a good idea.
That's rough.
That's a bad
Obsessing
idea.
over the past.
I always thought if I gave him what he needed, he'd give me what I needed.
Yeah.
It's amazing what can happen when you give a man control over your life. Can't even.
God, the great juxtaposition of the home videos, too.
Tell me about this new job.
God, this is tough because I almost want to pause the movie and just talk about what she's talking about.
Yeah, right?
You know?
Some of us are still on that dream trip, girl.
Oh my God, that's a gorgeous back patio.
Yeah, I never thought of Arizona as a place to, like, that's beautiful like this.
Yeah.
I've been, and it was just hot.
I agree. The desert can be beautiful. That's one of the things I've had to learn.
Gloria?
Giancarlo Esposito? Oh my God, he's so young.
Where's Tariq?
He's not here right now.
He's out at a New Year's party, and will be for a while.
When exactly are you expecting him?
Tomorrow.
He's getting increasingly frustrated. He's like, I'm out.
We could, like last time.
I should be honest with you about me.
Oh?
Oh, gosh, what's he going to share?
Do you remember how I didn't respond to you last time?
Of course.
Oh.
Okay, I see where this is going.
I thought it's because I gained weight, and...
I have been bisexual for years.
Okay.
You heard me right. But I'm not anymore.
I think... Okay. Yeah, see,
there
that's
we go.
usually...
That was the...
David, you don't have to go to this extreme just because...
Look, Gloria, I don't have to lie about this. I've lied too long as it is. I'm staying at the Biltmore. If he ever wants to see me, he has to make the first move.
Wow, he turned out to be a better guy than I thought he was going to be.
I didn't think I'd ever see him again, but he did call to apologize.
I would not want to be caught looking at my teeth.
It's because I'm usually not that handsome doing it.
Turns out this guy has no real income. Chain smokes reefer.
Oh.
Brags about being a vegetarian.
Oh.
Then inhales 3 hot dogs like it's the last time somebody's gonna buy him a meal.
He looks good for that diet.
I don't have to be in love with him to do it. Hell, my body needs this.
I love her watching him do all the prep work.
John, the year-end report's on the Gloria counter right here.
Is that her?
Everyone have a copy? Thank you.
Ugh. Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Would you mind terribly if I had a few words with my husband?
Oh my God!
I've been to the bank. Thank you. Thank you for thinking of your children.
Everybody out.
Dang.
Who do you think started this damn company, huh?
Let's not start that again, all right?
Oh.
Business hasn't been good for years, but don't you worry about it. You'll get what's coming to you.
Hell,
What does that even mean?
I'm not worried. You, on the other hand, should
get
be.
him. Sick him. You saw what she did to your suits.
I'm more than willing
What, you gonna
to
put me
give
out,
you
Jeff?
$300,000
You here to put me out?
cash today.
I'm just gonna pay you off. Hush money.
One more thing before you go. I'm coming for my kids on Saturday.
Oh, my goodness.
And if I hear you had them anywhere near that tramp bitch, you're gonna regret it for the rest of your life.
You tell him.
I believe her.
Yeah. I would not poke that with a 10-foot pole.
I heard no mention of a prenup, so...
No.
Get out of my goddamn house! I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Sorry,
I
Mom.
told you was grounded.
I know, that's why I invited her over, Mom. So
We would have done it at her house, but you grounded me.
Why would you do that stuff right by the door where anyone could, like, enter and see?
so my daddy's a...
So you knew.
My father's a beer.
Oh, he's
Stop
mad.
it!
Mm-hmm.
One thing's for sure. The running of the family, because you know.
I love him immediately like, yeah, I get girls.
Sorry.
You're sorry about lying to me. Sorry about letting some little girl in here to suck on you little 17-year-old...
Wow. Damn, really cut him to the quick on that one. Wow.
The way she phrased it was perfect.
The workers' comp premium is about $1.5 million, and the loss experience has been excellent.
What does the engineering report show?
Why are you being like this?
It shows an active safety environment.
Well,
Is he going to cut into her?
I found a discrepancy in the report.
Why is he doing this?
Dick.
So you want to do your job? Well, you will never get another whiff of this.
Yes.
I just got a ring.
Mm-hmm.
So it appears that everything he's purchased in the last 10 years is in his name only.
Oh, no.
I'm not gonna lie to you. We're in for a fight. But I promise you, I will do my best.
Thanks. I guess that's the best we can hope for.
Honey, this is the stupidest move you've made yet. Just because you're upset with your
I love you, Gloria,
husband.
but I'm not gonna debate this with you, all right?
Bernie, I've been doing your hair for 11 years. One ignorant move by your husband, you gonna come in and chop off all of your
indeed.
hair.
Now, come on, Gloria.
Oh, that's what we're doing. I thought she was talking about the divorce.
You gonna wake up tomorrow.
All right,
feeling
You're fine. You don't want to cut this shit off my head. I do.
Oh, no,
Oh,
no,
my
no.
God. Oh.
I can't believe you. 11 years of growing your hair, and look at what you're doing.
She's so mad. But she's still gonna look stunning.
Scenes like that. How many opportunities you get? Oh, she looks great.
Yeah, she looks great.
I feel like dancing. All right.
Yeah, get out there.
Go dance.
Oh, that's Herbert Webster. Used to be a pro football player. Now he's a newscaster, sports agent.
Ooh.
And fine as hell. And if she don't want him, I'll slam dunk him tonight.
Oh, you blind? Look at her.
I love that.
Yeah, she's not dancing like she's married.
You better watch out for that man.
Oh, Herbert? Oh, he's harmless.
Harmless right now.
He better watch out for me.
Ooh, give me some.
She knows what's up.
As long as y'all know, that's what matters.
Well, I guess that means he's available.
Oh no.
Oh no. Why has this guy got so much game? I guess he's got a good job, stable income.
I was wondering the same thing because he came off as such a geek.
He did, and then he's like over here with another girl, and the way he like sent her away was like my boss kind of riz.
Robin, did you see Michael?
Oh, she saw him.
She's like loving this. She's over here like, I'm in her trash, and I'm taking full advantage.
Yeah.
I wish he didn't smoke, but I can live with one bad habit.
Yeah, he's real cool kid. He's a lawyer, but he's down to earth.
Lord, please don't let me be wrong. I think that's the actor that played Bubba Gump.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Check out my honey, huh? Bill Robin, Bill.
Hey, would you like some wine?
Blows smoke right in her face.
Oh, come on, woman. We got time for a glass of wine. Don't relax yourself.
he doesn't seem like good news.
I love the setup knockdown pattern of her being like, yeah, he's a good guy. He's got like a couple of bad habits, but he's pretty good. And then immediate cut to him being like
awful.
The worst human being.
Yeah.
Got that wine?
Troy, I'm ready to go.
Come on, woman.
No, I'm ready to go now.
He just had some substances in him.
Savannah, this is Kenneth.
Are you in good hands?
You forgot me.
Good hands.
Sorry, I'm gonna make that joke every time he shows up.
Mama, why did you give Kenneth my number?
Duh.
Girl, he gonna be out there on the 26th. Ain't you excited?
Mom knows all.
Please, my behind, girl. I'll be so glad when you get up off that high horse. And stop trying to act.
I didn't realize we were watching a movie about a bunch of messed up marriages.
Yeah, right?
I won't squeeze him back when he hugs me. I will not look him in the eyes.
That's all bullshit.
Yeah, cut to.
Yeah, all out the window the moment you're in front of each other.
Troy, you know what? I think we should cool out for a while. This is not working.
My mother wanted me to invite you over for a barbecue.
Oh,
well, you think I'm making all this up because you mad?
Yeah, I think you're making all this up because you're mad.
Troy, why do you want me to meet your mother? I have only known you for 3 days.
Maybe it's because I feel a little different about you than you seem to feel about me.
Maybe that's because we act a little bit different, and I want different things from life.
No man ever asked me to meet his mother before. Maybe he's not into this stuff all that much. And maybe if we got to know each other better, I might be a good influence.
This just might be a good game.
No, not the I can fix him.
You know he has a whole apartment building, 200 acres of farmland in California, and a vineyard right here in Arizona.
Wow. This dude is loaded. I mean, the house is already an indication of it.
Yeah,
but
that's a nice house.
Really spelling it out.
Too lazy to look out for yourself, so you put all your trust in your husbands.
Mm-hmm.
But I finally got the answer. Just never get married.
You know, I've noticed that so far in the movie, they've given her all the F-bombs.
Fascinating.
It's just a little character detail.
You've been messing around with Herbert.
Why would she be mad about it?
Yeah, why would she be mad?
Look, I didn't want to marry him. I wanted to.
She wants some fun.
He is already married.
I needed to get laid, so I did.
Now how you gonna say something like that?
Easy, men been doing this shit for years.
Fair enough.
Girl, now he calling and paging me all hours of the day and night. Showed up at my house unannounced.
Oh no.
Oh, that's not cool. That's not cool.
Yeah, no, that's terrifying.
I tap danced for a man for 11 years. I'm not about to go out and get me a new owner.
Damn straight.
Yeah, Bernie, but you know you're wrong.
Now see, that's why I didn't want to tell you.
I'm not like you, Gloria. I need somebody to hold me.
And Gloria doesn't?
I feel like we all need that.
Yeah.
You think I shouldn't go to the barbecue?
Yes. Big red flag.
What have you done in 3 days with this man besides screw him that would make knowing you so deep that now he wants to take you home to meet his mama? A barbecue? Please.
I can't call him, though. I put his card in my wallet. Now I can't seem to find my wallet anywhere.
Yeah, probably because he took it.
Hold on. Hello?
I wonder who that is.
Is that him on the phone?
I've been missing you, baby.
Since when?
That was an interesting shot, by the way.
Yeah.
Want some company?
Yes.
I'll see you in 50.
Oh my God, that yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta go. Something I gotta do.
Is it Russell?
No, it's not Russell.
She knows. She knows.
So what if it is?
Well, enjoy the low life while you can, girlfriend.
You try to look out for your friends. You try to warn them. Try to give them heads up. Doesn't matter.
Clearly, Russell's maybe got something that the other guy was lacking.
Russell's the only man I really love. Look at him.
Are you acting like you don't want to come over here?
Damn.
Okay, so this is a different guy.
Last time we were together, he wanted to spend the whole night. And he would have, except he had to take his mama to church early the next morning.
Sure.
Sure. Oh, damn.
Give me a hug.
No.
Hey, John Jr.
No. Don't you junior me.
Hey. I missed you.
Enjoy the doll, okay?
Bye, Daddy. Thank you.
Bye.
Trying to buy his kids.
That's what you do, I guess, when you're divorced.
Don't be a dick. Don't screw over your partner.
That's what you gave up, dude. I can't tell what his look was exactly.
Yeah, right?
Hey.
He doesn't look good.
Yeah, it doesn't look right at all.
Immediate red flags.
You ready, baby?
I'm not going.
And a girl.
What am I supposed to tell my mother and my son and the rest of my family?
Your son?
How old is his son?
He's almost 13.
I don't think we're ready for family reunions yet.
What am I supposed to tell him, Robin?
Tell him whatever you want.
Tell him the
Go
girl
away.
I was dating for 3 days didn't want to come to the...
Tell him whatever you want to.
Oh, so I'm just supposed to accept this?
You should have asked me before committing me.
I did ask.
Oh, you do not go upstairs.
Oh, no.
I'm supposed to go with you? Oh, I don't think so.
Robin!
He's not in his right mind.
It's locked, Troy.
Okay.
I was going to say, do you think that's going to...
Baby, it's too hot for this shit.
Fair enough.
Come get the door.
Fair enough.
No.
I, too, would not break down a door in Arizona heat.
You black, this is all the same.
Bitch.
You complain all the time about don't nobody want your asses, don't know how to treat ya. Soon as a man or brother show you genuine interest, bitches act simple. Then you wonder why we go out with white women.
Methinks he does protest too much.
A white woman can have your sorry ass.
All right, there you go. Oh,
Don't you throw that up here.
That's a weapon.
I love how he immediately got stopped by her just being like, don't you do that.
Troy, take your drunk ass, leather wearing in the summertime, need a shave, stinky ass home.
Well, that was like cocked and loaded.
Forget you.
Nice.
It's like that.
Oh, no.
She got an arm.
So, Robin, I guess you know who's got your wallet. What? You think you stole it?
Yeah.
Here we go.
There he is. Going over to meet the neighbors.
Hi, I'm Gloria Matthews from across the street.
Oh, he's into her.
Yeah, immediately.
What do you know about these people moving in here?
I am these people moving in here.
The guy, in my opinion, seems to be nasty.
What about his wife?
He's not married.
She died a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Oh. This is one of the many precious items that she bought for him that I'm making sure don't get broke.
That's nice.
Is he's talking about himself?
He
Okay.
fully is talking about himself.
I'm Marvin King. Yeah, I'm your new neighbor. I just fooling around.
Oh,
Nice to meet you, Gloria.
He gave up that.
He gave it up so quick.
unpacking. It could be hard work.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Yeah. It's super hard work. Look at those arms. Can I offer you some lemonade, some refreshment, perhaps some air conditioning in my house?
Okay.
Wow. All right.
There's a lot of clarity here.
How old's your boy?
17.
Teenager.
Well, basically a grown-up at this point.
Yeah, where's his daddy?
In California somewhere. Look,
Let's not talk about
California.
that.
Yeah. We're not talking about him.
Move past it quick.
Yep.
Yeah, nice meeting you. Hope to see you again real soon.
How about some take-backsies on that, like, earlier commitment to not go?
Yeah,
like,
right?
Just go.
oh God, I hope he's not watching me walk away.
She turned around. That's how you know.
Grant the petitioner $3,000 per month until such time as we're fully able to
here we
review
go.
all newly submitted documentation.
Some judgment.
This is only round one. Stay strong, Bernadine. Stay strong.
3,000 a month. I mean, that's
To be over and done.
that's not chump change, but still.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You think you can get away with this, huh? You lowlife ass kissing Uncle Tom.
Whoa. All right.
This Uncle Tom stuff, it's really becoming a bit redundant, don't you think, Bernadine?
He hasn't thrown any words at her yet.
No, he has not.
He did the greatest insult, though, and, like, just cheating on her.
Yeah, right.
But
He hasn't thrown words at her. He's
Yeah.
just fully left her
Yeah.
for another woman. Oh, and then there's the happy married couple.
that's the worst. Like, right in front of you.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Come on, God, have some mercy, please.
She's over here like, you better keep an eye on him.
Drink. What time is it? It's like 9 a.m.
Worth it at this point.
There's a guy gonna show up. And a cigarette.
Back in the old days when you could smoke indoors.
Well, you can still do that in Vegas.
Oh,
maybe,
fair enough.
maybe Arizona has
Similar.
laws, yeah.
Excuse me. Is anybody sitting here?
What was this?
Yeah, who are you? Why do I recognize that voice?
What? No way! We got Blade in the house?
No way!
Yo, this is in the height of Wesley Snipes. too.
yeah.
My name is James Wheeler. How do you do?
Your cognac, sir?
She's like not about it at
No.
all.
She's like, my name is F off.
My name is You Go That Way.
Yeah.
So, do you have a name?
Nunya business.
Bernadine.
My, this is a pretty place. I haven't seen anything as splendid as you since I've been here.
He's a smooth talker. It's not gonna work.
And she's over here like, I am so done.
And in the morning, I look forward to returning home to my lovely wife.
Oh,
Oh?
I didn't catch the ring. I didn't clock that
Oh,
earlier.
yeah. You've been so on it about the rings.
Well, at least he's honest, I guess.
Yeah.
I've lost something that once meant everything, and it hurts. And right now, I'm really pissed about it.
Fair enough.
But you know what really gets me? I didn't have plan B. My marriage was supposed to last.
Yeah, I mean, marriage, ideally, you're not.
Yeah, you're not looking for a plan B.
You are one brave woman.
Thanks, Blade.
I mean, you're sitting here all alone. Ain't a black person in sight, and you sitting here looking like everything is all right. Makeup is flawless.
Oh, come on now.
He's like, I was just getting started earlier.
Yeah, he's like, well, wait, you just wait. The silver tongue has only just begun.
You just know me so well.
No, I don't know you. But I do know a fighter when I see one.
She's definitely a fighter.
I represent boxers. I'm a sports agent. Here's my card.
And I could tell that with one look in your eyes.
She's liking it.
Psychiatrist or something.
Just a player.
I'm going through something similar.
Oh? Are you really?
My
For
wife
real?
is dying.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Of breast cancer.
Oh no.
Sorry to hear that.
Is that even true, though?
Bernadine, have you ever watched someone dying?
Yeah, this is a real.
I mean, watching her suffer just kills a bit of me every day.
Oh God.
And the worst part is that I can't help but remember all the plans we made.
I'm trying to decode fast here.
Me too.
I can't tell.
Out there by the beach, she loves the water. Get the coconut oil and rub it all over her.
She's laughing. It's working. Whatever he's doing is working.
I just wish I could have a piece of her that I could keep safe, you know? Just something more than a bunch of memories.
Is he playing like the sympathy card? Like that's what he's going for? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, that's my interpretation.
You look like you're out. How about a refill?
Shit.
It worked.
Dang.
She'll take another whatever she got.
Scotch and soda.
She's not even close to done.
I'd ask for a Macallan 25. Never had it.
Worth it.
Sometimes it's wrong.
Is this him? Is this him?
It kind of makes me mad how well that works. Like, why did you fall for that?
You want to pick up chicks? Get you a wife with breast cancer.
Yeah.
Oof.
No, it doesn't have. It's just anything.
Anything.
It could
Yeah,
be any.
the
As long as
sympathy
you
card.
like induce empathy.
Wow. Hello.
There he is.
Oh.
You look better than I remembered.
How did you remember her?
You don't.
Ouch.
But I guess you couldn't.
Oh, it's good to see you.
You too.
She's gonna squeeze him when she hugs him.
I'm producing my first segment.
Looks like a preacher.
It's only 3 minutes long.
He does with the bright colored suit.
All right, let's cut the bull. Are you going to talk to me for real or what?
You know, I have to apologize for thinking I could just pop back into your life after all these years.
I suppose if it's really hot, you wouldn't want to wear a black suit.
There's so many things I want to say to you.
Like what? Go say it.
Things I've wanted to say ever since
Grade school? High school? College?
you dumped me.
Don't you? Can we revisit the real world here for a minute, Kennedy?
Yeah.
You start calling me.
Oh, yeah, well, took me a while to get the hint.
This is fascinating.
The nature of our relationship was that I was in love with a woman who was too nice to hurt my feelings.
You're in love with who? And what?
Hand on the leg. Hand on the leg.
Look, I know I'm married.
What is with people in this movie?
Yeah, right? Like, people are like, meh, marriage.
Her mother was 5 months pregnant when we married. Now, that was my choice. I went in with my eyes open, and I've lived with it for 7 years now.
Okay.
Now, I don't want this to come off like some kind of come on.
It's kind of coming on that way.
You are the only woman that I have ever loved.
Whoa. Okay. Well, the marriage is born out of responsibility, it sounds like.
That's fair. Okay. But are you willing to leave that marriage of responsibility?
How do we know that this is not just a play? Like, you asked the right question. Like, is he going to leave his wife?
Yeah. Are you actually going to, like, make a commitment to this relationship? Have you discussed this with your wife of responsibility? They're like, okay, our kid's 7. They're old enough to understand. And, like, although sometimes getting a divorce earlier on in the kid's life is...
For the best?
The better move.
Well, I mean, if you're having second thoughts about me being up here.
That's all reverse psychology.
Well, I mean, if it's any consolation, Bernie, I've never done this before.
Uh-huh. Sure you haven't. You dropped that breast cancer line way too smoothly.
You sure?
I haven't made love to a woman in over a year. Lauren stopped wanting to, so.
It's possible the story checks out. It's just hard to tell.
Yeah, it feels so rough.
If it walks like a cat and talks like a cat, it could be AI. You just, you don't know what's real anymore.
I got 2 things I want to say to you.
No, you don't have to say anything.
I do, because you may kick me out afterwards.
Okay, let's hear
Go
this.
on.
You got my attention.
Remember how you were saying that the woman your husband was marrying, that she was white?
Yes.
My wife's a white woman.
Oh.
Well, so is my wife.
Oh. Is that going to make her mad? Oh, the little twitch in the eyebrow?
Yeah.
Does it make her mad?
No, it's
the fact that he said that
only made him more desirable.
The reason I'm staying with her is because she's dying. That is my obligation, a whole bunch of stuff. But the truth of the matter is, I love her.
Okay.
All right. As long as we're clear.
Is she okay with this?
At least he's being honest, I guess.
Well, the fact that he mentioned his wife is white indicates to me he's being honest the entire time.
Yeah.
It hurts like hell.
Ugh, this is
all right.
This is interesting. I don't know how to do something like this. I would catch feelings.
I just I can't tell if the married men we're meeting now are supposed to be the good guys or the right guys.
It's confusing for sure.
In this movie, or
Yeah.
if we're just setting up for more
hurt.
Yeah.
What do you want to do tonight?
I think you know. What do you want to do tonight? I think it rhymes with ouch, wow, wow. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That works too.
Wow. All right. That's really sweet.
Who sleeps looking that awesome? I feel like we all sleep kind of like you ever catch your significant other? Like,
oh no, there's far too many photos and videos on my wife's phone of me. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Marvin, please eat this sandwich.
Oh wow, progression.
Yes.
Everybody smokes in this movie.
You want to buy this sandwich, Tariq? You got cheese in it?
okay, so Tyree's digging him.
I almost had a burger ruined on me last night with a pickle.
You don't like pickles? I love a good pickle. Ooh, the smooth tones of a tenor saxophone.
Happy birthday, baby. To the best blow drying, scissor scalping, get this gray out of my head dying beautician west of the Mississippi.
Aw.
Weak. Gloria,
Weak.
I hope you find true love and get you some that's so electric.
How dare she shits on her little...
Yeah, come on. She did good.
Here's the peace of mind and all the happiness that your heart and hand can hold.
Aw.
The Lord knows you deserve it.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you. Happy birthday.
You gotta blow out your candles. You gotta blow out the candles.
Those are some amazing candles. Oh, I'm not having any of that. That cake's all you now.
Come on, let's help this old man. You need some help.
Just a good...
All right.
All
Mission
right.
accomplished.
Great. Glad we're all in this together.
I still would be having none of that. It's too much.
Wait, in a
news, not the weather, please.
Yeah, right. In a post pandemic world, yeah, you really
I've always been
on
like
that
that.
stuff.
It's
Yeah,
just
fair
like,
enough. Fair
why?
enough.
That lying asshole messed up my life.
Mm-hmm.
I should call him right now.
For what? What are you gonna say?
Don't.
Talk to that bitch.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Girl, you crazy.
Oh, you can't barely even walk. This is
Somebody
not-
stop her from getting to the phone.
Yeah.
Please, God. Disconnect that phone.
Rip the cord out.
Don't stand there. Like, mash the hang up button.
No.
Oh, they're all gonna have this phone
We're all
call.
helping.
No, it's not John, bitch.
Damn.
Bernie, don't do this. Bernie.
Don't do this. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do this.
Gloria, I gave him 2 babies and she thinks she can just take my husband.
Bernie.
Do you really want him back?
It's stupid and it's childish.
Listen to Reason. What a record collection.
Shit, I want to go. Shit.
So say it to us.
Unfortunately, you got to just write it in a letter.
I thought this was supposed to be a party.
Okay, good. I'm glad we got back in the vibe.
We are going through all the feelings today.
Yeah, we are. The champagne is flowing.
I'm not your average 24-year-old girl who's willing to wait around and count the days. I'm 33 years old. Ooh. And I still look good.
33's not old.
I still look good. You look good, girl.
She's like, yo.
Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely.
You're supposed to validate my statement.
Damn straight. Aw.
Like a bunch of teenagers just passed out.
Yep. We never grow up.
The fact that they recovered from her little crying episode and managed to still have a party afterwards is something. Because, like, I feel like if it was a bunch of dudes, one dude crying, that's just the end of the party.
We're like, all right, cool. That's that. We can't bounce back from that. We are not happy about it. What a good day at work. Just lie here in bed. Look like you're asleep.
Once again, who sleeps like this?
Hi, Mom. Did I wake you? What difference does it make?
She's awake now.
Yeah.
How are things with you? They cut my food stamps to $57 a month.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, no.
Why, what have you been eating? Oh, baby, see, I knew you would get upset. And I've been trying to deal with it on my own.
Oh. You can ask for help.
Ma, how much money do you have? $67.
Whew.
Jesus. How are you gonna survive?
Yeah.
Mom, be down at Western Union first thing in the morning, okay?
You know, Kenneth called and he said that he was going to be trying to come out there with him filing for his divorce and all.
Oh.
What, did he call you?
He didn't mention that?
No.
Oh, Mama's always got the intel.
Uh-huh.
So you tell her that her daddy loves her.
You're talking too soft and slow to a woman you're divorcing. Okay.
He was talking about
was
his kid, though.
Oh, good morning.
Well, good morning.
How are you today?
Here with you.
That's
Nice
a
little
great
tray.
little spread.
I'll be back.
I'll be here.
Still has the ring on.
I just don't see why he has to go all the way to Spain.
Oh, he's always over here fixing things.
Arizona State.
I'm gonna miss him too.
Aww.
Well, I thought that since you've been coming over all these months, showing him how to fix things, he's never known what it's like to have a father. He looks up to you. I thought maybe you could talk some sense into him.
No, I'm talking sense into you.
It seems to me Tariq's the one needs to come to his senses.
Yep.
If you don't mind my saying so.
Careful.
Well, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Good night.
Gloria.
Good night.
Oh, no.
He's saying the right things, but it's just not what she wants to hear.
Yeah.
But you do have to rip the Band-Aid off at a certain point, you know? Let your kid be an adult.
Damn.
Good night.
Damn.
I feel like the way to deliver information is to make it sound like you're telling them what they want to hear.
Yeah, right?
like 2/4 of the way there, and then you kind of pivot.
Well, so what took you so long?
I wasn't gone that long.
Okay.
Sure, just, throw it into the closet. That's what that's for.
Well, what happened?
We talked.
And?
Well, I assumed that much.
How'd it go? What was the conversation?
Yeah, tell me more.
You gonna sign the divorce papers?
Don't be so hopeful yet.
You just don't decide to divorce somebody and sign on dotted line, baby. Doesn't work that way.
He lies.
Why don't you get my pajamas?
Pajamas. Now that's the first time you ever asked for those. Russell, did you sleep with her?
Oh, no.
I can't take coming here and being pressured about what I'm doing with my own wife.
Then why are you here? Like...
Well, you know we're not gonna have very much time to spend together.
What do you think is going to happen if you're still married?
I can't talk right now.
You can't talk now. Hey, look, why don't you just say something sexy to me so I can go to sleep?
Oh, my
This dude's
God.
still hitting her. She got all the wrong guys.
Yeah, right?
I suggest you tell your boyfriends not to call you after 11.
He's jealous. What a joke. What the hell am I doing anyway?
What are you doing?
Turn to your neighbor right where you're sitting and say, the Lord.
The Lord?
The Lord!
Sister Gloria Matthews would like the congregation to send their prayers out for the safe journey of her son Tariq.
What a way to tell him.
To play the saxophone in the...
Wow, what a delivery method. He's like, what?
He's like, wait, hey, whoa, what? Oh, that's adorable. What a great way to tell him.
I've loved this man forever. And now that we've got another chance, I don't want to blow it by making him think I don't have any faith in him.
Don't we hear this on Sally and Oprah every day?
I was gonna say, yeah.
There was this one woman in your same situation. This man kept saying he was gonna leave too.
Mm-hmm.
Who's she talking about?
She's talking about herself.
I know,
I'm
exactly.
certain she's talking about
Yeah.
herself.
Right after she got there, she found out she was 3 months pregnant. He ended up dumping the woman.
Oh,
Said
okay.
his kids would be too hurt if he left me.
Maybe it's not about her.
Oh, okay.
So what about the baby?
So she had an abortion.
Okay, maybe it is her.
She never ever told a soul. Not even her mama.
It's gotta be her.
Oh my gosh.
She never looked at men quite the same again.
Give her a hug.
Yeah.
So he left his wife in the end, right?
No,
That's
he
what
did
you
not.
got from that?
No, he did not.
What show did you hear this on?
I've never been on Oprah.
Is it clear yet?
Yeah.
Why doesn't anyone hug anybody?
No, yeah, come on. Just like a good hug.
No. Whenever people cough in movies, I always assume it's terminal.
Yeah, right?
Like, why would they just have her have a cold this late in the movie?
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I'll be right back, okay?
Yeah, she's a kid. What a good little caretaker.
Mama.
What is this? Is it Wesley Snipes?
I've waited as long as I could to contact you.
Mommy,
It is.
speak a bad word.
I've been thinking about you a lot, Bernie. I'm embarrassed even to write that down. Bernie, I fell in love.
Wow.
Wow.
Tabitha said it was a bad word.
I still watch her every day.
I love this kid.
This parallel thing going on.
Yeah, right?
It's not a nice word.
This is too real. The
Yeah,
fact
right?
that she's parenting at the same time.
She sleeps. I cry over how amazing she is and how lucky I've been to have her in my life.
What's up?
He's been talking about his wife in a love letter to her a whole lot.
Yeah.
You're the only person in this world I ever knew I could tell this to. And even if this never finds you, you've changed my life.
Damn. Period after every one of those words.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about too, actually.
Look, Mama.
Aww.
What? God, stop crying.
That's awesome. What a shot.
Yeah, oh my god.
Just this way of making sure everything keeps growing.
Hi, darling.
Wow, you came in like a ninja.
Yeah.
Jesus.
My daughter's had 104 temperature for the past 2 days.
Oh my god.
Turns out she's got the chicken pox.
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
She'll be all right.
Right, chicken pox.
So why'd you even come?
Because you are the most important thing in my life.
Excuse me, can I get you something to drink?
Immediate red flag if it's not your daughter.
One of these days, she's not going to have me around to bug about this shit.
Are you just fully leaving your wife and daughter?
I dread going home, and the longer I think about it, the more I'm convinced that this is what I want to do.
Okay.
Okay.
What about your kid, though?
Yeah.
I know if I left right now, it would be the wrong time for my daughter.
That's a good excuse, though.
It's a good excuse.
We're going to have to wait a little bit longer than I expected.
Yeah.
Typical.
But I know the kind of person that you are. That you want to do the right thing as much as I do.
Okay.
Yeah, make it about her. You want to do the right thing.
Yeah. Obviously highly manipulative.
Yeah.
You look like the scum of the f***ing earth.
Dang.
Damn! Well, Angela Bassett doesn't have all the F-bombs now.
I'm the lucky one. The most important thing in your life. Meaning, you'll abandon your wife and your child to get laid every chance I give you. You think the brass ring is some bogus promise to put me into Paula's shoes? So you can do the same thing to me next year?
Wow.
Whoa.
Damn.
She woke up.
Uh-huh.
You weren't this self-righteous when you were my brains out.
Whew.
I couldn't see past what I wanted. So that made me an asshole.
Yeah, we kind of put up our own veneers.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference between you and me is I'm not anymore.
Atta girl.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, because sorry's gonna fix it.
I'm not mad.
Neither am I, baby. I'm not mad. And to prove it, the drinks are on you.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
And like that, she's out.
Yep.
Hello.
Have you lost your mind?
Oh my god, Mom, yeah.
Yeah.
Kenneth just called me and told me how simple you acted. He was actually crying.
She's over here like, he called my mom. He tattled on me.
It's a solid move, honestly. He's got her attention.
Ma, I am sick of you telling me how I should live my life, who you think I should love. Don't you raise your voice at me. Mama, I'm 33 years old and I live alone. Yeah, tell me about it. Yes, and
I was like, I know. I'm trying to fix it.
That's the problem.
He's begging on his damn knees and you letting him get away. I have a job. I have friends. Ma, I have interests that you don't even ask about. Because only one thing counts with you,
All
Mama.
you want is to make sure I have a man.
Ma, if I allowed myself to think like you, I guess I'd be a dead woman.
Oh my God.
Ma, you should be proud. I'd rather live alone than crawl up behind some two-timing loser like Kenneth.
Whoa.
He's a good man, Savannah.
He's leaving his wife for her.
He's just in a bad situation right now, and he's trying to get out of it.
Oh, he's not trying that hard.
Mama, I tell you what, why don't you marry him then?
Whoa.
Damn.
Whoa. God, if I talked to my mom that way.
I could never. Like, physically impossible.
She calling back?
Yeah, she's calling back. Come on, answer the phone.
I was wrong to yell. I'm sorry. But I meant what I said about my life.
I'm glad she called back.
But I didn't mean to disrespect you.
I just don't want to see you end up like me.
Oh, damn.
Aww.
And I love you. I love you too, sugar.
Oof.
The settlement will go as follows. $1.5 million in the Phoenix Municipal Savings and Loan Association.
Ooh, damn.
A second house in Acapulco, Mexico. $500,000 in stocks and bonds.
Lawyer did the work. Dang.
Wow.
Wow.
Looking all bashful and demure.
He's handled this exceptionally well.
He has.
Like, even from the beginning, I don't like when he told her, like, right before they were gonna go party, but, like, he hasn't raised his voice at her.
Hey, baby. Surprised to see me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up?
You don't check
Finally got the bitch off my back like I told
through
you
your
I would.
peephole?
If that's what you want, I'm happy for you.
Then why are we standing here in the hallway talking about it?
Because I haven't invited you in.
Vampire rules.
Uh-huh.
It's me. It's Russell.
Be strong, be strong. Well, why doesn't she want him now? Isn't this what she wanted?
Yeah, but she's realizing that he's just as bad, like...
As the other guys?
Yeah.
What you read?
What you read?
Just grabs the book.
Let's just redirect the conversation.
Childbirth choices. What's that about?
It's yours. And I'm keeping it.
Oh.
We don't need you in our lives.
Damn straight, girl.
Wow. Strength.
Damn straight, girl.
She wants to be left alone.
He's like, man, it ain't even worth it.
I think it also takes strength on his part, honestly, to walk away like that, because I would want to, I'd be like, yeah, we got to talk.
Hey, oh, hey.
We got to talk.
I acted silly when all you did was tell me the truth. I guess I didn't want to hear it.
His feelings are hurt.
Marvin, I have no doubt in my mind everything you said was true, and I apologize. I just came out to say that.
Wait a minute, wait.
Men are so weak.
Well, she's being open and honest. Like,
yeah, he couldn't keep up the charade too long.
Nah, she was gonna walk out. You gotta stop her.
The pouty face.
He's been waiting for this the whole time.
He just left.
Aww.
He wouldn't even let me take him to the airport.
Aww.
He's trying to grow up.
Yeah, that's fair.
They don't know what they don't know yet.
I'm dropping my kid off at the airport whether they like it or not.
I'm grateful to you, though, for opening my eyes.
I miss you, too.
You will.
He's like, I'm cutting right through it.
They've been unfair to you. To us. It's like you don't feel you're worthy to have someone to love you.
There's some truth in that.
I love you.
Oh.
No, don't say it.
Yes.
You know me.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow. Come on.
I mean, that's what she needs. That's what she needed to hear. That's what she needs.
Seal the deal with a stamp of approval. There we go. Oh, we went straight for tongue. Okay.
That's how you do it. A stamp of approval.
Who is this? Roberta Flack.
Roberta Flack.
Roberta Flack. It's Roberta Flack.
Something's telling me it might be you.
I want to know where they're going. They're
just hanging out. They're just hanging out. That's all.
Evening on the town.
Yeah. They just, at the end of the day, you just need each other.
All you need are your gal pals.
9, 8, 7.
Oh, they're celebrating New Year's. They're out on New Year's. Ah, okay.
1. Happy New Year.
Aw. A full year's gone by.
Oh, they made some choices here with this slow motion. They've all had arcs.
Yes, for sure.
Although Angela Bassett's situation, it's still a question mark for me. One of the guiding principles in screenwriting is a theme. Like, what is your theme? And let that kind of guide your story.
Right.
And so when I was watching the film, I was like, okay, I'm not 100% sure what the theme is of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like friendship above all? It can't quite be that. Is it like don't sleep with a married man? Like, at the core of it is the friendship. You have each other's backs and you come out the other side. But it's like that happened maybe once or twice, I feel like.
And there was never really, because like in a movie that's themed around friendship, you really usually have a moment where the friends like break up for a bit, where the friends forget that and disperse or have a moment, and then you have another moment of them all coming back together and realizing, friendship was always the key. But every interaction of their friendship was just them supporting one another through the things they were going through.
So I almost wonder if it's almost like, you know how oftentimes when you have a tale of a young guy who's in high school or something or in middle school, it's a coming of age tale, right?
Yeah.
And I almost feel like this is a second chapter coming of age.
Okay, I see what you're talking about.
You know, because it's like they're in their 30s and they're going through grown up matters, and it's like, and you know, it's another kind of growing up thing of like dealing with marriage and like the sanctity of that ring or the lack of value placed on it.
Yes.
And coming out the other side of that and finding happiness again or finding yourself. That's ultimately what I think was also happening here is, at least for one of them, is learning how to find themselves.
I think, you know what, now that you make a point, I think it's all of them kind of learning to live for themselves because in Gloria's case, it's her being able to let her son go and living for anybody other than Tyreek, right? For Bernadine, it's being able to live for herself outside of her marriage or outside of the marriage that's since failed. For what's her name? Savannah. There's a certain element of like living outside of like her mom's expectations for her. And then finally it's living outside of like, oh, I need a man to make my life happy and achieve all my dreams. No, you can have the kid on your own. You don't have to have a man involved in your life to have that life, to have the kids and like the happiness that you want. You don't need to find the perfect man. So I think, for all of them, it's, I think, coming to the realization that they can have the life that they want or they can move on from what they've been holding on to.
Yeah. So Gregory Hines is someone that I watched as a kid, and I can't remember for the life of me what movie it was or what films or TV shows, but I just remember his face, like he's baked into my childhood as well as his name, and I'm like, what did I watch?
Mine's History of the World Part 1.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that come up. I just found out what year he passed away. Like it was not that long after this movie. He passed in 2003.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is like sad.
That's crazy.
It seems like he went young, but yeah, 57 years old.
Yeah.
I like what you're saying about unpacking, you know, their journey basically and them finding themselves and learning how to, I guess, stand up to of all things, the Temptations, right? I say that because we just put out our reaction to Temptation this morning. I really adored the relationship with Loretta, Devine, and Gregory Hines.
Yes.
I thought that was such a lovely... It felt very innocent, I guess is the easy way to put it. He was very much a gentleman. Yeah. And he was like the one good dude. I feel like the one good dude in the movie. I think Wesley Snipes is also portrayed as a good guy.
Yeah, I guess technically he is a good guy. I don't know, because we had, what's his name? Dennis Haysbert, Kenneth, as also a married guy who seemed like the right one. It was really hard to get a read on what Wesley Snipes' character was supposed to be, or if Kenneth was actually not the right one until the end where she kind of, you know, broke up with him and was like, nah, this is what I really think of you.
Yeah.
I guess the writing on this did a really good job of like not letting us get comfortable with any of the men here, except for Gloria's guy. That was the only one that, like, he was a gentleman. Marvin was nice. Marvin was sweet. Marvin gave Gloria the room to figure herself out.
Everything.
Marvin was also not married at the time.
Yeah.
Like, he was the only one that was like green flags all the way down.
Yes. And marriage is another theme in the film, but like not in a positive way.
No.
That was like the thing that kept coming up is you have all these guys who are married or divorce is happening. And I'm like, I just need to take a step back.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it was honestly like it was slightly overwhelming at a certain point just because I felt so bad. Like, you know, having grown up with Disney films and that stuff, I always go back to that. Like, I'm not married yet, and I have yet to be married, and part of the reason why is also just like I want to make sure that if I do marriage, I do it right.
Right. Yeah. Like you're in it for the long haul.
Yeah.
Like not the whole getting divorced thing.
Yeah. I grew up Catholic. Like divorce is not an option.
I was gonna say, and like every guy in this film, except for Gregory Hines' character, really treats marriage as just something like, well, I'm done with that.
Yeah.
Moving
I'm like,
on.
why get married if that's your philosophy? It's so bizarre to me.
I guess, you know, the idea idea is you don't necessarily go into it with an end date, ideally, but also the sort of cavalier way they threw around divorce. But I guess that's also like one of the lessons that all these women had to learn in a certain aspect is like these guys are throwing around that they're married, but they're also available, and then realizing that they're not as willing to leave their marriage as you initially thought.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But you kind of get different facets of it because with Savannah, we open with her marriage imploding and him being like, yeah, I'm leaving you for my mistress.
Yeah.
I'm out. And he's like actually doing the paperwork and everything.
One of the other themes I think that kept coming up in the film is that things aren't always what they seem.
Yeah.
There's often this like sort of snake oil salesman tactic that's being applied, which is why we were so confused about Wesley Snipes.
Yes.
It's like, okay, is what he's saying genuine? Because, with Wendell Pierce, he makes love to, what's her name? Robin.
Yep.
And it's awful.
Horrible.
And then she goes in and lets herself be vulnerable for a moment and says, well, these are the things that I'm after. This is what I want.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay, cool. I can give you all that. And then cut to, he's with some other woman and
they've broken up.
And
It's
it's a mess. I was convinced, even as the viewer, like, oh, this is a dude who's like going to be genuinely good for her. And I got tricked. And so the film did a great job in that regard of like misdirecting me a couple times. It's just that after so many instances of that, I felt like, oh man, is there no good people left in this world? Like,
no, I agree. They did a really, really good job of like making the guys slimy, but subtly. Yeah, I like to compare it to the Tyler Perry way of doing things is, and we talked about it, the Diary of a Mad Black Woman dragging her out of the house by her hair as the mistress moves in. Like, that's overtly evil.
Yes.
That's heightened to an extent of like, this man is just fully evil, has no compassion, and is kicking her out. And even with Savannah's husband, John Sr., played by Michael Beach, he wasn't evil.
No.
He was kind of a dick. But he also, we talked about, like, he was taking the whole divorce thing on the chin. And, like, he was making an effort to try and be a dad to the kids rather than just, like, fully Xing them out.
Honestly, his character, I'm reflecting on it now, he wasn't actually that bad. Like, considering...
He was open and honest, and he was like, I'm leaving you for this woman.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. We're not going to beat around the bush.
Exactly. I mean, are there better ways to handle this? Absolutely.
Yeah,
There's better ways to handle it. Stacking it all up, not that, this bad over here makes this good. It's that on the spectrum of things, he was actually doing things in the most elegant way possible.
Like ripping the Band-Aid off.
Yeah, like he straight up told her, and he tried to be fair with her from his own perspective. He was trying to give her $300K, which...
not remotely fair compared to the verdict they came down with. But
It's not fair. But like, you kind of look at it from their perspective, right? Every character has to view themselves as the hero in their story.
Yeah.
And so looking at it from his perspective, I feel like he was actually going about things in a relatively mature manner.
He's like, I'm going to leave you. I will give you $300,000.
Yeah.
And we will just quickly wash our hands of this.
Yeah.
No pain, no...
She torched his whole wardrobe.
That's true.
Yeah.
We never got a scene of him being like, man, my wardrobe.
Yeah.
Like, I kept expecting that to come up. And then as we got progressively farther in the movie, I was like, okay, I guess we're just not having that conversation. And I also expected like her behavior to have some sort of bearing on the court decision.
None of that came back. Yeah.
None of that came back.
No consequences.
Nope, none.
And so, like all things considered, I felt like he handled things nicely. And even in the judgment, he's like, cool.
Yeah. He shook hands.
I was like, what? Not once did he ever raise his voice. This is so crazy.
Because I guess he got what he wanted. You know what? It's an interesting, and I didn't think about it until we started talking about it. It's an interesting comparison between him and how he's acting and how the other married men who are promising to leave their wives
That's
act
true.
with our other characters.
That's true.
Right? They're dragging their feet.
Yeah.
They're being like, I'll do it later, or, it's not the right time, or financially it doesn't make sense. He was like, no, I'm leaving and I'm done.
This is a weird thing to champion.
Why are we advocating for him? But I mean,
he's committed. He's like, shit or get off the pot.
Yeah. It's also an interesting aspect of like, I enjoy the comparison they do that like, Savannah's character is going through being the left woman as her other friends are going through being the woman that they want the man to leave for, but we don't really talk about it in a way.
Yeah.
You know, like like her other friends, Bernadine and Robin, are both like pining after married men and expecting them to leave for them. Meanwhile, their friend is like being raked over the coals emotionally because her marriage is falling apart because he left for another woman. We never have that conversation. It's purely just a comparison in their lives and in the film, but they never talk about that.
Yeah.
Savannah never has a moment where she's like, I need you to understand the reality of what you're potentially doing to this other woman. So I appreciate that, you know, they don't end up having that happen. I think now that I'm thinking about it, if Kenneth or even Russell had actually left and had been happily ever after, it would have been a disservice to Savannah's storyline because she's going through it. But I hadn't thought about the comparison and the fact that those two storylines never overlap. We just have two women involved with a married man, and then one woman who is getting divorced because her husband left her for another woman.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a conflict I was having early in the film that I found a bit confusing, but off of what you're talking about, which is like, okay, so Angela Bassett is left by her husband for another woman that her husband was seeing on the side. And then she's going to go and sleep with this NBA guy.
Yeah.
Who's married, and she knows he's married. Where am I supposed to be in terms of my philosophy and my moral compass? Like, I don't understand what it's like going back to what I said a moment ago, it's like you're the hero in your story. So it's like, it's okay for you, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's a little bit confusing in terms of like what I'm supposed to feel in that regard.
I agree.
But she was going through, I don't know how to justify that. I'm trying to find a way to justify it because they're my main characters. And it's almost like, okay, these are for lack of a better way to put it, these are my friends for the duration of the film. So how do I justify their behavior?
Yeah.
You know, I guess that's my struggle, given what she was being put through. I forgot to mention, Michael Beach is the one that we saw in Soul Food. He was the husband who was the music guy, the lawyer, I believe. And let me verify this before I go off on a tangent. Mess myself up. Okay. I was literally like, please God.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He's in Soul Food as Miles. He was the one who was like, who wanted to give up law and pursue music.
Okay. I don't know if I watched that one with you.
You did not watch that with me.
No.
That was with Achara.
You're like talking about this movie?
I was like,
I'm
Michael.
like desperately trying to remember.
I was like, why isn't Michael co-opting what I'm saying? This whole time I'm like, why isn't he getting it? You're right.
Yeah, you're like, man, he's really leaving me out to dry here.
Yeah,
Jesus.
no, you're absolutely right. I didn't watch that with you. Thank you for calling that out. Okay, so anyway, he did a great job in Soul Food, and I thought he does a really good job of his characters being grounded and accessible somehow, you know, because that's the thing I called out in Soul Food is that like the entire time his eyes do a lot of work.
Right.
He's not doing a lot, but there's still something cool and real about his performance that always stands out to me. And even here, it was the same thing where when he was looking at his wife through the mirror at the beginning of the film, like I got everything. I don't know how.
Yeah.
You know?
No, it was a really subtle performance. There were a lot of I was thinking about it when we had a really nice close-up on Angela Bassett for her interaction with Wesley Snipes.
Okay. At the bar.
Yeah. All of her subtlety and the tiny little expressions she was doing really drew me in. And to that same point, Michael Beach did a really good job of keeping his expression very small, and yet you get everything from it.
Yeah.
Which is really impressive.
Have we seen this guy Leon before? He looked familiar, but I couldn't quite place him. The guy who plays Russell.
Yeah. Oh, he was in Cool Runnings.
Oh, what? No way. He's the dude from Cool Runnings. Oh, my God.
He's the dude from Cool Runnings.
Maybe that's why he looked familiar. Cool Runnings is like baked into my childhood as well. I couldn't quite place the kid. I was hoping to figure out who the kid was by the end of the film, but I couldn't figure it out.
Even her daughter looked really familiar at one point when she had like was wearing her mom's jewelry and stuff like that. I was like, why do you look familiar?
I think I found him in the IMDb. Okay. It's John Jr.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So
John Jr.
He was in Soul Food also.
Oh,
okay.
There you go.
That's why he looks familiar to me.
That makes sense.
Okay. Look, which you did not watch.
Nope.
As we've established. Nope. That is canon now.
I now understand why he's familiar to you.
Yeah, there was like a lot of interesting, almost like ethereal moments in the beginning of the movie.
Right, with the little fairy lights and everything and the fade in and out.
Honestly, like, I know that this came before it, but it almost reminded me of For Colored Girls in a way.
Yes.
In terms of just sort of the setup, of cocking that gun, so to speak, before the adventure kicks off in the story of like how you're setting up all these different people and where they are in their lives. A lot of voiceover.
I was thinking the same thing. In the opening, they had a lot of voiceover that really elicited the For Colored Girls feeling.
Yeah.
And then my thing is, we had the moment where she's dancing with unnamed dude A at the beginning, and we're having the stars, and she says, I finally exhale. And I was waiting for that to come back.
It never comes back.
It never comes back. It never comes up again, which is interesting considering it's the entire title of the movie.
That's fascinating. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Because a great movie that would have been, this would have been a fitting title for, would be Pursuit of Happiness. I feel like these titles should be swapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, this literally is a pursuit of happiness. That's what this whole story is. I mean, which movie isn't? But like this really does feel like that. They're trying to find the happiness, and then they realize the happiness has to come from within. At least, for some of these characters, right?
Yes.
Waiting to exhale to me reads as you're feeling kind of like under
pressure.
Under pressure. You're trapped in a situation. None of these women were trapped. As far as I could tell.
Not really. The closest character would have been Bernadine, Angela Bassett's character, that I guess, because she's got the divorce and she's trying to fight for what she thinks she's owed, and she was kind of having the more emotional breakdown out of the four of them, would have been the one that's like waiting to exhale, like holding her breath until she gets through it and has the happiness to be able to exhale. But I just think that, if you're going to so overtly reference the title or the title theme, basically, I'd expect to have a moment where all four characters like have an exhale moment.
Gotcha.
And I guess they technically have those moments. For Bernadine, it's in the courtroom. For Robin, it's when she finally kicks out or like says goodbye to the baby daddy and is like, I'm gonna have this kid on my own. For Gloria, it's when she finally is able to kiss him. Like, they have all these exhale moments, but I don't know, maybe it's just on the audience to recognize that they're exhale moments. I don't know. It seems interesting that normal film conventions would be you have someone say, I have this exhale moment in voiceover. You're going to have it again at the end when they properly have that moment.
Right. Well, I looked it up on Google just now. The book's title stems from their collective anticipation of exhaling only when they have achieved satisfying relationships with a man.
Oh, okay. I can see how that's set up in her dancing with the guy and being like, is he the perfect man? And oh yeah, I get to exhale now.
It captures the feeling. This is Google AI. It's just a little bit questionable. Nowhere near the sophisticated level of ChatGPT, but they're trying. It captures the feeling. I'm just kidding, Google. I love you. Thank you, YouTube. It captures the feeling of being stuck in a situation where one can't fully relax or express themselves until a certain issue is resolved.
Okay.
I don't know if I necessarily got that feeling.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I get that feeling, and I understand like where they're going, because again, I talked about like the issues that were resolved, or them learning to move on, or learning to move past the things that they feel like are holding them back, which I guess, according to this, is the book's theme of their satisfying relationship with a man. Right? And then they realize that they don't need to hold on to those things. I think for these characters, there might have been different ones. I think Robin's the one who's really looking for a satisfying relationship with a man. Savannah just wanted happiness in her marriage, and now she's got to figure out who she is outside of her marriage. I think Gloria was her kid rather than having to have a satisfying relationship with a man. I think she wanted a man in her son's life. So perhaps that's the satisfying relationship. But I understand the setup now that we're like looking at the theme of the book and why her character was talking about, I can finally exhale. And then, okay, we have all these exhale moments that don't involve men, which I think is really excellent and definitely still on theme. I think my thing is I really expected them to hit us over the head a little harder with it. And they didn't.
And they did not, which is a silver lining unto itself.
Which is a silver lining.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing that they didn't hit us over the head. I think it's just, I was expecting it and I kind of missed it.
I want to be browbeat with this.
Spill it out for me, damn it.
Where's my spoon? Okay, female empowerment. In the context of the movie, waiting to exhale is often interpreted as a reference to black women navigating challenging relationships and societal pressures, finally reaching a point where they can reclaim their power and self-worth. Self-worth, I think, is the big thing.
That makes more sense.
Self-worth is the theme. That's the theme. Okay,
there we go.
That helps so much. Is like learning how to respect yourself, I think, at the end of the day. Your
Exactly.
self-worth. There was one interesting thing. I didn't read it at all, but I just saw this. A bitter pill movie review for men waiting to exhale, ... I don't need the rest of it.
Yeah, right? Oh my God, that leaves enough to the imagination. That's so funny.
That was enough for me to laugh.
That's hysterical. December 22nd, 1995.
Yeah.
Baltimore Sun.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can only imagine what it's going to say.
Yeah, right? I'm like, now I got to read that off camera because that's funny as hell.
Yeah, because it's not really painting men in a good light.
No.
But like,
it paints men in a better light than some of the Tyler Perry villains. I mean, like, they were all like actual human beings, and I could kind of understand where they were coming from. They weren't great, and obviously, this is a film about female empowerment, and you know, part of the genre of female empowerment is men suck sometimes.
Sometimes that's a theme, yeah.
Sometimes that's a theme.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes it's realizing that, like, you can have a satisfying, fulfilling relationship when you are able to be satisfied with who you are in yourself and you're not looking for that, I guess, missing piece in a man.
Yeah.
And that's when you can have a good relationship.
Yeah.
You can have a good man come into your life because you're not like desperately looking for someone to complete you. You are complete, and then you can find another complete whole that are two great tastes that taste great together.
Yes. Or, you know, two broken people whose jagged edges fit.
Yeah, something like that.
So I like that philosophy because we're artists living in an artsy town.
Yeah,
so there was two thoughts I had I wanted to get out before I forgot. So there's Orlando, and then there is the whole Angela Bassett storyline. And so Orlando, I was thinking to myself, I want to tell Michael how funny it is that I have found my mom is watching a TV show that stars the actor who played Orlando.
Is it SWAT?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm very aware.
She's been watching it on the regular. I'm like, oh, that's Orlando. Like every time. And she's like, who? I'm like, never mind. You wouldn't understand.
You don't understand.
Yeah.
You don't understand the deep, meaningful relationship this man has with me.
You do not know the Jaby and Michael canon at all. So it's okay. Yeah. So Angela Bassett at one point was talking about how she basically gave all of herself to her husband, and like this is the result. And I don't know, when I was watching the film, I can't remember exactly what I was thinking about, but she mentioned something. There was a line, I don't know if it was her line or someone else's line, about there's certain expectations you kind of have when you give all of yourself to someone and then there's no plan B.
Right.
And all that stuff. And I thought it was interesting. I can't remember. Damn it. I can't remember exactly what my thought was. It was something about that. Not to hijack anything, but I feel like there are things that our female characters, our female protagonists experience. And it's like, not just women go through these things.
Right.
I think that just in general, people can go through these things. People can be tricked. You know, you just never know what someone else is capable of doing because they're just trying to protect themselves.
Yeah. Everybody's out for themselves. Like, fundamentally, people are selfish. And I don't mean that in like don't let anybody into your life or things like that. But ultimately, people are going to look out for their best interests. And being in a relationship is balancing looking for your self-interests and also looking out for the interests of another person. Mm-hmm. And the relationships that work are the ones that can balance that really, really well and have the ability to like give and take. Mm-hmm. The relationships that fail and sometimes take a lot from people are the people who are like, for me to be good in a relationship, I have to give everything. Mm-hmm. At no point should you be expected to give everything for your relationship to work out. You should still have some of that selfishness and find that balance. Yeah. And ultimately, I think what Angela Bassett's character runs into is kind of a universal experience across not just women, although we talk about it more with women because women share their feelings and experiences more, and we men are hard-coded to not talk about it.
Just bottle it up.
But ultimately, you can give a lot more to a relationship than the other person is willing to give, and that drains you and is not a healthy relationship.
Right.
Be selfish in your relationships to an extent.
Yeah.
Find that balance.
Yeah, it's tough, especially when you think you're supposed to give everything and that's the right move, and then you learn as you go on. It's like, oh, maybe that wasn't the right move.
No.
Yeah, and you hurt more for it because I'm trying to avoid going down too deep of a tangent with this stuff because it's very easy for me to just make this about me and talk endlessly about like my experiences with bullshit in this area of
Michael
like
and Jaby give relationship advice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I've gone through so much where I'm like, I'm trying to give so much. And it's not just with like women, it's like just friendship as well, where you think you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And then there's another relationship on the other side of that fence. And you don't realize that because like you're only seeing it from your perspective and maybe they're not being honest.
Yes.
And that's one of the most difficult hurdles, I think, as a grown-up to realize like, just because you want this kind of relationship doesn't mean they want that kind of relationship. And just because you're honest and good doesn't mean they are.
Yeah.
And accepting that is so tough. And so one of the philosophies that Skeeter has like really pushed on me is like, you just have to do you correctly. They are not always going to do what's right, but you have to do what's right.
Right.
And like it always goes back to Breaking Bad.
We were in Arizona.
Yeah, exactly. It's the
Close
same
enough
place.
to New Mexico.
Yeah. There's this scene that stuck with me, and I never forgot it, with Walter White and Giancarlo Esposito, where Walter White wants to walk away. Mm-hmm. He wants to be like, you know, I'm done with this whole drug thing, and Giancarlo Esposito manipulates him and goes, "A man provides. It doesn't matter what's going on. A man provides." I'm like, oh my God. And that like completely like, it just stayed with me because that's sort of the philosophy I employ is like, well, this is who I am.
Right.
And I give.
Right.
And it's like, this is just, people are just up sometimes and that's what you got to remember. And it's like, you can't change who you are and suddenly put up all these guardrails because a couple of bad actors in the world decided to take advantage of you or not appreciate you. You know, I've seen... I have, for those of you who don't know, like I have an Indian channel called CinePals, and like I can't tell you how many times I've heard women tell me stories where they're like, "Yeah, I was cheated on, and I haven't been right for many years," and it's like, dang, it's just wild how. This feels like a tangent, which I was trying to avoid, but it's just wild to me how like someone can come in and behave horribly
and then spoil your entire experience with everybody else.
Yeah. And that's very frustrating. And it's like now, and I didn't really see that come up too much in the film, which surprised me, where one character was, it came up more in Tyler Perry films, to be honest with you, where one character's actions, like a dude behaving horribly, now affects this woman where she doesn't trust any man at all.
made it so she couldn't have a relationship with anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It wasn't, I think, again, it's because it was more focused on their desire for that exhale being a good relationship with a man. So I think they were more willing to overlook the sins of the prior ones because there's something better along the way. I think Robin's storyline really exemplifies this, where every time we check back in with her, she's with another guy.
Yes.
Or she's on...
another
date, things like that. And she's thinking about, the last guy wasn't like this or didn't meet my needs, but this guy's definitely going to meet my needs despite his weird quirks.
It's so obvious to us.
So obvious to us, but because she's so close to it, she can't see the forest through the trees.
Yeah.
And so I think that really kind of exemplifies the, theme of needing the validation from a man and then moving past that.
Yeah.
And so she's so desperate for that validation that she's willing to overlook not only the bad stuff that happened to the last guy, but also the bad stuff going on with this guy because she is so desperate for that fulfilling relationship.
Yeah.
So I think they kind of do the inverse here, where we have characters that are burned repeatedly and they continue to be like, but the next one's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Which is definitely a similar spiral that people can fall into. Like, you've got the two extremes. You've got the I've been burned once, I will never be burned again, and the last time I was burned, but I know if I put my hand on the stove this time, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I know for certain.
Angela Bassett's character was kind of throwing a little bit of judgment at Wesley Snipes in that bar scene.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like she's just getting out of this over here. She's like, why would I trust you? And then we were all surprised collectively that Wesley Snipes was actually honest. I am still perplexed by his love letter.
I know, me too.
But that at least panned out to be more positive than not. How does his wife feel? He's so honest. How does his wife feel?
I wonder if it's one of those situations where she's like, I'm not gonna be here forever.
Yeah.
You gotta find someone who makes you happy.
I guess what I'm like, what am I supposed to be okay with? I'm just as confused as when I watched Shape of Water now. Like, what am I supposed to be okay with?
You mean we're letting them sleep with the fish now?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
What's next?
So, yeah, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be. At a certain point, I was like, I'm a little bit confused as to what I'm supposed to be rooting for.
Yeah.
And I think that at the end of the day, it's what we've kind of touched upon, like, which is just them finding their self-worth.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that, you know, they accomplished that by the end. It went about it in a way that the beats were not all necessarily clear to me 100%. You know, but they did find their way, and that's kind of how life is. It's
I was gonna say it's very true to life
Yeah.
in the way they did this narrative, in that it's not like beat for beat for beat perfect arc.
Yeah.
It's messy, it's weird, it doesn't make total sense,
Yeah.
but I can still see the progression of each character and
Yes.
how they got to where they are at the end of the film.
Yeah.
Which works out.
Yes.
And objectively was an enjoyable watch.
Yeah.
It just doesn't necessarily have the like beat by beat hallmarks of similar films that we're hard coded to expect.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure. I agree with that. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed our reaction and discussion. Anyways, I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Michael BOOSE.
Peace out.